What is up, YouTube? I am level 100 Agron, or Kyle, and this is SoulCalibur 5. So, disregard the last video that I did the little introduction for because I messed that up terribly. I did terribly quiet intro because I was stupid and forgot to turn down the in-game volume and whatnot. Disregard anything else. I mean, I think the matches were alright in it, I don't know. So anyway, I have the rest of the matches from that day that I recorded, which I think there's one Valdo and the rest of Yoshimitsu. And no low ranks. I was a C at the time. I'm like B5 now, so everybody's about my rank. So yeah. Anyway, whoops! I just hit my hand on my desk. I got this Mitsurugi here. I don't know. He just didn't really seem like he was too familiar with the game. Spamming a lot of really simple moves, not really using a lot of mix-up like Mitsurugi should. Yeah, I mean, he did alright, he held his own, but you know, I've been playing SoulCalibur since number 2, and I mean, then again, I didn't play it for a long time until SoulCalibur 4, and then I stopped playing that for like another year or two, depending on how far the distance was apart. Right here, I don't know if that hit while he was on the ground, or if he just didn't block low when he stood back up, or what happened, but whatever, I'll take it. I definitely was caught off guard by that, because he hit the ground when I threw the critical edge out because it was way too slow, and I was definitely surprised with some basic corner game going on, and with that 8-8B. Anyway, so quality might not look too great, but that's fine. Gonna be getting like next paycheck HD PVR, so I'm not too sure. Hopefully, I'll have one pretty soon. I mean, the way that I work, it's not too common because I'm a casual longshoreman, so whenever they need extra help, they call me in. But I mean, it's cool. It's hard work, and I like it, so that's great. I think this one, I believe this was a match against Destro Fraud. And if you don't know who he is, he's a really good tournament level player. And if I'm just blowing smoke out my beehole, never mind then. Oh no, this wasn't. No, this was against. Okay, never mind. Disregard that. But shoutouts to Destro Fraud. He's a really good player. I believe his name is Nightmare. He beat the hell out of me at like every match I played in. I think I played against all the matches I played against him were in the last video. But yeah, he's a great player. Anyway, Pyrrha. This Pyrrha was a little hard because, I mean, I don't really play a lot of Pyrrhas, and the ones that I do, they just kind of go in for the really basic Pyrrha shield bash to tummy stab move. This Pyrrha, she did a lot of spacing. A lot of spacing. She was really good. I think she wins this match, and then I run it back a day a little later on, and then I beat her that match. And after that, she messages me because I think we played 3 or 4 matches in a row, and we were going back and forth all the matches. I didn't want to keep playing the same person, so I just kept searching for new players. Anyway, yeah, so a lot of the times, if people are wondering, like, why after I do the uppercut, the 3B or 1B that Yoshimitsu does, instead of me doing the fake splitter, I have my controller set up a little different because I just cannot get my fingers to slide from A to B plus K fast enough. So what I did was I set my left trigger to excuse me. I set my left trigger to B plus K, so that after I launcher them, I just press X, and then a little bit after I press X, I do left trigger. And I mean, it makes B throws a little harder, but I mean, most of the time if I'm throwing out a B throw, it's coming out of a stance, which is how you do the big damaging throws for Yoshimitsu, like the old school SoulCalibur 2 B throw where he picks them up and flies them in the air. It did like 70 damage on the old game, which is a ton, but yeah. Another thing I'm going to point out is probably not even really important or matters at all. If you're a Yoshimitsu player or you are interested in playing him, I suggest it more so because it gives you a little more mix-up variety. But instead of going with the 6-6 A plus B, go for 9 B plus K. You can, if you get both of them in, they're in perfect range to land both B plus K kicks, as well as it does, I think, 90 some damage, which is about 10 more than with the 6-6 AB. I mean, you can always throw up some mix-up in there too, because if you hold down B plus K when you come in for the second stomp that he does, it'll put you into Majin Dragonfly stance, which you can follow up with Majin Dragonfly B or Majin Dragonfly K. I don't remember the names really. Or you could even get crazy and do 8 BK to go up higher and then throw out the unblockable. I don't know. It's just some advice. I mean, my main Yoshimitsu on here now. Like I said before in the last video, you probably couldn't hear it because I had the game volume so goddamn loud. I used to main Cervantes on 2 and a little bit of 3. I didn't really play 3 a lot. Number 4 I did though. Right there, Majin Dragonfly's A, it hits behind you. It's an unblockable and it hits behind you. So if you accidentally fly over them, like if you're in free stance and you miss the kick or you mess up or something, you can kind of cover your ass with the A attack because it hits slightly behind you. Like, it doesn't have a lot of range, but it's enough to where you can cover your ass, keep you from taking maybe a fat-ass air combo from Astroth. I think Astroth can pick you up from the low Majin Dragonfly stance. Don't quote me on that, though. I don't know. Coming in, getting coffee onto him, guard impact. I wanted to finish it flashy, but he got wise and backstepped out of it. Another thing I'm going to start working on is watching the timer to throw out Yoshimitsu's random unblockable attacks. He's got like 3, which if you played number 4, you'd know what I'm talking about. One was a like super high jump and a hilt slam onto their head, and then another one's like a spinning uppercut, kind of like Kazuya or Jin from Tekken. I don't know. They're cool. I mean, more gimmicks, but who cares? More variety too. It makes matches more interesting. Another thing, more Yoshimitsu advice for maybe players who are interested in playing him and not comfortable or too familiar with what you can do. If you get him with the basic Yoshimitsu 6-6 BK A plus B K combo, and then you go into 7A, if you fly back with A plus B, when you drop down with 2 BK, you can you'll be turned around, which makes Yoshimitsu's 2 AK, I think that's it. I don't know if you need the you might not need the 2 for that. Don't directly quote me on that either. But it's an unblockable that does about half health. I mean, it'll take out half of yours, but it'll guarantee you a win if they're low enough and they're not seeing it coming. A lot of high rank players I've played haven't seen it coming, which I think that there might be a match in here where I do land that on another player and they don't see it coming. Right here, I loved this. I thought it was so smart because he did not see it coming. I came in with the kicks and he thought it was over and he wasn't going to expect me to go into Majin Dragonfly. And when I did, I dropped the K and sealed it up with a door knocker, which is why door knocker is back. Anyway, I was throwing around a lot of 2-1-4 Ks, but I mean, because this guy was really solid. I mean, I couldn't get anything in other than that. Like, I mean, he was really good. Shoutouts to this guy. This nigga was great. I mean, I don't really play a lot of Ezio's unless they're like really low ranked, but he did a great job. Ezio just isn't something that I'm used to seeing. It was just an odd little commodity, I guess I'll say. Dare I say. He kept hitting me with the, I don't know the notations for Ezio, I never really played him. The stab that does counter hit damage. He kept sidestepping out a lot of my verticals with that little combat roll. I think he takes, yeah, he does. He takes around here because of that counter hit. He's a great player, though. Definitely was a good match. I had a lot of fun. He kept falling for the Dragonfly fake out mix-up, which surprised me. He did not see the drop coming. A lot of players just assume that when you go up there, you're going to drop the B, the unblockable B attack. So I like to mix it up sometimes, and if they think that they're going to get clever and sidestep, I'll just, I did not deserve to stay in on that right there. Honestly, it should have been 2 rounds up for, it should have been 2-2 right there, but, I mean, a win's a win, I'm not going to complain. Anyway, I'm going to like to mix it up and drop the 2 BK. I have a little trouble remembering the notations off the top of my head, but mixing it up and dropping the 2 BK is always crafty because it's a low, big AOE, dare I say, that covers a lot of ground, and it has 2 hits. So the first one hits low to cause a stun effect, and if you land on him twice, it does about 80 damage, I think. I'll have to look at it in training mode later, but a low hit into a mid hit or overhit, I don't know which, and then you can come out of it with either an Indian stance kick or an unblockable, or not unblockable, guard break B, which I like to chain into his 2-3-6, assuming that you're right hand side and their left hand side. This was actually the match I was talking about where the guy messaged me afterwards and was just like, really? Because I had refused to play him again after I denied his rank up match. I think I D-ranked him, which made me feel a little bad. See right there, I hit him with the attack I was talking about. And actually, he hits me with those little backwards, kind of flashy stabs. I don't know what they are because I don't play Pyro really. But a couple of them I was a little worried that they were going to ring at me. And that's a move I need to make a little more use out of the 4-4-B into X cancel. A cancel. Which, it's just a big shield pretty much unless they sidestep all the way around it. But it's got a pretty wide range. That one, I thought that was going to ring at me for some reason, which... if you don't know, Yoshimitsu's Rainbow Drop has ring out potential if they're in the right angle, because technically they're ringing out before you do, since their entire body's going out instead of you. And it looked like that was the case for Pyrrha, but thank the Lord in heaven it wasn't. So. Anyway, right here I was getting a little nervous because, I mean, she plays a spacing game, a really big spacing game. She does a lot of sidestepping, so I had to kind of try and catch her with those 2-1-4 A's. a lot. And I mean, I don't play a lot of heroes, so I never really know where to block or what to attack if they're throwing me. That's the thing I need to work on the most, I think, on this game is my throw attacks. I'm just so bad at them. I mean, if I had a fucking nut shot for every throw attack I did not tech, I would probably be a female at this point in my life. I messed up the 4-4 AB. Ooh, that, I don't know how that missed, honestly. Yeah. Probably pure weird model, maybe, I don't know. But sorry about that. Knocked it all stiff. And that was, I missed it. I don't know how I stayed in right there. Right here I panicked and threw a 2-1-4A, and luckily it dodged her hit. The other thing, I really hope that when I play people, or if some of the people I have played see these videos, right here I knew it was sealed, because she thought that if she was still down when she stood up, she didn't need to block low, but I think it was a I don't know, I can't think of what I'm trying to say right now, my gosh. I think it was a misjudgment on her part, and then the 1AB Brave Edge into a zigzag. Anyway, that was the match. I'm Kyle, and I will catch you later.